The increasing pressure on the consumer is impacting on trading conditions for retailers. Slowing consumer spending is putting pressure on margins and forcing companies to compete harder for market share.
I think consumers at the low end are not being granted credit anymore, and we've got rising expenses, particularly in energy and perhaps now in transport. So I think everyone's under pressure, but the low-income consumer is under more pressure than the upper-income consumer.
Industry experts say they hope the low interest rate environment will prevail despite rising inflation to alleviate pressure on the consumer.
One thing that needs to be borne in mind is that the recent legislation that has been passed on by the National Credit Regulator around the expunging of consumers' bad debt records will not necessarily expunge the actual debt. The consumer still needs to service that particular debt.
Growth in South Africa's middle class has stagnated and is no longer fueling consumer expenditure. But Africa is opening up as a viable market for consumer goods with opportunities for retailers.
We've got way bigger opportunities, I believe, than exist in a China, as an example, or in India, when you view what's here on the continent. We hold the largest youth population in the world, and that's a thriving population and a consumer base where we're going to see some of the highest growth rates.
Many say increased government spending on infrastructure is needed to kickstart the local economy. Liuta Motlogelwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.